Michaelnagar Shikshaniketan Higher Secondary Government-sponsored co-ed English medium school has taken an excellent initiative of teaching and make our students learn day-to-day lessons through audio and video in our YouTube channel. Teachers of all the subjects are working hard to enhance these online classes in the midst of this pandemic situation. It is a request to all the teachers, students and guardians to click the bell icon and subscribe our channel.
Hello students, hope you all are well. So today I am going to discuss about one of very important topic of class 9's grammar skill, clause and its kinds. To begin clause and its kinds, we need to know what is clause. What is clause? See, clause means we can say group of words, subject plus verb combination and complete meaning. So group of words, subject and verb combination and complete meaning. A clause has to be a group of words. Group of words means there need some words which are in a group. So group of words can be a clause. And the next point is subject plus verb combination. In clause there is definitely a subject, and another thing which is very important is verb. Without any verb the sentence cannot be a clause. So for clause, if we can identify if there will be a sentence and you need to identify if it is clause or not, so we need to know that there will be subject and verb. Definitely there will be verb, then it will be clause. And the last one is complete meaning. Clause always describes complete meaning. If the clause doesn't describe complete meaning, then the sentence cannot be clause. So now a simple sentence can be clause also. Why? You can ask me why a simple sentence can be a clause. Because clause means group of words, so a simple sentence is definitely a group of words. Clause means subject plus verb combination. In simple sentence we can find subject, we can find verb also. And the number 3 point, complete meaning. Simple sentence always expresses complete meaning. See, there is an example, he plays cricket regularly. You can see he, here is the subject is he, and the next is plays, which is verb. So we can find subject and verb, which is subject plus combination, which is clause, and definitely the sentence he plays cricket regularly explains a complete meaning. So it can be taken as clause. So here we can say that a simple sentence can be a clause. Now let's come to the next point, which is kinds. How many kinds of clauses we have? Generally we have 3 kinds. We have 3 kinds of clauses. Number 1, independent or principal clause, subordinate or dependent clause, and another one is coordinate clause. But according to our syllabus, maximum of time we need to know about principal clause or independent clause and subordinate clause or dependent clause, because maximum of the time or in our regular basis always we need to use these kind of 2 clauses. There are a very few use of coordinate clause. So if we need to know the subordinate, we need to know these kind of 2 clauses which are independent or principal clause, and another one is dependent or subordinate clause. So what is independent or principal clause? Principal. What do you mean by principal? Principal means the main, or the, you can say head. Head of the institution is called principal. It means principal can do whatever he wants. It means he can do anything without taking help of anyone else. So principal clause is also an independent clause because it doesn't need any other one clause's help. And the next one is it has always expressed complete sense. Now if there is an example, we can take an example like you may sit. In you may sit we can find you as subject and sit as verb. So this sentence doesn't need any other clause's help. So it is independent or principal clause. Next come to the other one, which is dependent or subordinate clause. What is dependent clause? Dependent clause means which clause depends on another clause. Here dependent clause depends on principal clause, and here the dependent clause cannot express any complete sense. You can say wherever you like. This is an example which is dependent clause because it cannot express a complete meaning. If I say wherever you like, there can be a question like wherever. Yes, wherever you like. So the next sentence comes, which is you may sit, and if we join this, you may sit wherever you like, then the sentence makes a complete sense. So now the whole sentence makes a complete sense. So you may sit wherever you like, it is a complete sentence, and here you may sit is principal clause and wherever you like it is a subordinate clause. Now after taking all the kinds, after knowing all the kinds of clauses, now comes to dependent or subordinate clause, because this is very much important in clause. Maximum of the times we need to know about subordinate clause or dependent clause. Subordinate clause has three kinds. Number one, noun clause or nominal clause. Number two, adjective clause or relative clause, and number three is adverb clause. What is noun clause? Noun clause, noun means if I ask you what is noun, then there will be an answer naming words are noun. It means when we ask anything with what, we can get the answer as noun, or who with the word who, we can get the answer as noun, like who are you. Then if I give the answer like my name is Pritha, then it means who, the answer of who is Pritha, and Pritha is here noun. So this subordinate clause, why it is called noun? Because this subordinate clause acts as a noun, and that's why it is called noun clause. And noun clause, the another name of noun clause is nominal clause. Now let's look at the example. The first one is I fear that I will fail. Here you can say I fear. Why I fear? Then the answer is that I will fail. What about I fear? That I will fail. So it is, the answer of fear is that I will fail, which is object to a verb. So here that I will fail is object, and it is noun subordinate clause. It is a noun clause and it is object to a verb. Then the next example, in next example we can see that you have come pleases me. So here it is subject of a verb, because that you have come, it is subject. We know what is subject and what is object. So it is subject because it begins the sentence. So it is subject. That you have come pleases me. What pleases me? That you have come pleases me. So if I ask anything with what, we can get the answer as noun, and here the answer is that you have come, which is subject, and it is subject of a verb, and it is noun clause. Actually noun clause always has so many kinds, like subject of a verb, object to a verb, object to a preposition, complements. We get many kinds of noun clauses, but here we need to just summarize the whole noun clause. So just I am giving you some examples of noun clauses. And the next one, there is another example, which is the players describes on who lead the team. See, you can easily understand that who lead the team, it is noun clause and it is subordinate clause. But see, here is an preposition, here is a preposition, and after preposition then we get the answer who lead the team. So it is object of a preposition. Definitely it is a object, but it is the actually object of, not a object of a verb, it is object of a preposition. So, and there is another kind of noun clauses like complements. It means when the noun clause complements the other subject, then it is called complements of noun. So it is noun clause, and we can get some examples of noun clause. And the another thing, noun clause generally begins with what, who, which, that, wherever. These things, with these things we can begin noun clause. Next come to the adjective clause or relative clause. Do you know what is relative? We all know that because we have so many relatives in our family. Relatives means those who are connected. They are called relatives, right? So, this clause is also called relative. Why it is called relative? Definitely it is called relative because it is also connected with each other. That's why it is called relative, and it is also called adjective clause. So, why it is called adjective? Because we know that like noun clause, this clause is also act as an adjective. But if I say act as an adjective, we need to know what is adjective. What is adjective? Adjective is which parts of speech describes noun. It means adjective describes noun. So definitely adjective clause also describes noun. So here is an example. He met a girl whose eyes were blue. So here is, we can see that here is a noun which is girl. Whose eyes were blue? Girl's eyes were blue. So the whole subordinate clause describes about the girl. So girl is here noun and the clause describes the noun. That's why this clause is called adjective clause. There is another example like Rabindranath Tagore is a poet who got Nobel Prize. Who got Nobel Prize? Rabindranath Tagore. So here Rabindranath Tagore is noun and the other clause, subordinate clause like who got Nobel Prize describes the noun Rabindranath Tagore. So we can easily understand that adjective clause means which clause describes the noun is called adjective clause. I think you don't have any problem regarding adjective clause. So we can go to the next clause which is adverb clause. Like noun clause, adjective clause, adverb clause also acts like an adverb. But we also need to know what is adverb. If I say that it acts like an adverb but you don't know what is adverb, then you cannot find out what is adverb clause. So we need to know what is adverb. What is adverb? Adverb is generally these words which generally modifies verb, adjective and another adverb. So adverb is which word modifies verb, adjective and another adverb. So this clause is also like adverb and this clause acts like an adverb and this clause always modifies verb, adjective and another adverb. See, here is an example. They rested when the evening came. They rested. You can find out this one is verb. Rested is verb and we all know adverb always modifies verb, adverb, adjective and another adverb. So when the evening comes, this subordinate clause modifies the verb rested. So we can easily find out this sentence, this clause is adverb clause. And adverb clause also generally begins with when, where, as soon as, these kinds of things or words. With these words or this connector or you can say this conjunction. Actually this is not conjunction, these are connectors. With these connectors we can begin adverb clause. So here is the kinds of dependent or subordinate clause, noun clause, adjective clause, adverb clause. If you know about these kinds, you can easily identify which clause there is and you can easily join two sentences into a complex sentence by using this kind of clause. I think you can understand, and if there will be any assignment about this clause, then we will again discuss these assignments about this clause. But today it is all about the clauses and its kinds. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Leave a like and comment. Subscribe. And do share the video among your friends.